Hello. I don't have a countdown or anything like that. I don't do that. But I decided to go live. Haven't been live in a while. I'm sure that's going to screw up the algorithm. Not like I've ever had a lot of people in my chat before, but I don't go live consistently enough for maybe notifications and shit to go out. So I'm just going to wait. See if anybody comes and see if anybody gets notifications. I don't know. I'm looking at my phone. See if I got one. Oh, yeah. It's up there. Oh, if I, hey, Think Dragon, how are you? Nice to see you. Yeah, so I decided to go live. I haven't been live in a while. It's just that like with the family, we were very sick here for a while. Everybody's better. Hey Barnyard, I'm so sorry about your leg. Oh my God, I had no idea. I'm so sorry. Um, I'm just that's horrific. What happened with your leg? Hey, Red Rum Media. Hi, sweetie. Good to see you. I didn't think anybody was going to come in here today. The reason why, like, I went and decided to go live. I was listening to something on the radio today, and it really made me laugh because with being somebody who has chronic pain, being somebody who also likes to be social, likes to go out, likes to have like a social life of some sort, and at times it like fights against each other completely. And it's like when the day comes, the hour comes, it's 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, whenever you're supposed to meet your friends. And you go out, you meet, like, you're like hoping someone goes, well, like, I gotta cancel. I gotta cancel. You're like, oh, it's okay. It's truly okay. And when they were saying this today, I was laughing so hard because that is the story of my life, where I might make plans 2, 3 weeks in advance. And especially like if you buy tickets somewhere and you have to go and like you spent money, you go. So that's always something like when I buy tickets, I'm just I think to myself, I'm like, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Like, will I want to go? Will this happen? But they, I was listening to my friend's their radio broadcast for, I should say friends. They were like, they were friends, I would say, back in the 90s and stuff. Surgery tomorrow. Oh, babe. They're putting a steel rod through my bone. Oh, sweetie. I'll text you, okay? Um, I need to get something from you. Oh, man. I'm so sorry. I had surgery on the 22nd of December. A lot of people are asking me, including my parents and my in-laws and stuff like that. They're like, why did you schedule that surgery so close to Christmas? Well, if I can't eat, it's not much of a Christmas. So I can always like go and sit at somebody's house, but it's always like the ride there is always what gets me the most if I'm in pain or depending on what might happen. But I'm praying for you, Barnyard. I'm sending positive vibes your way. I'm sending everything your way. I'm so sorry that you went through this. I had idea, no idea. But sending you love and prayers. You know that. Um, so I was watching or listening to, I guess, Preston and Steve. I'm telling you, please, even if you don't know who they are, they have one of the funniest morning programs. And it comes out of Philly, but they talk about a lot of stuff. They don't just talk about like Philadelphia things. Now they do at times, of course, because people pay money to be on the morning show stuff, especially Preston and Steve. In Philadelphia, they're like the number one morning show and have been since the 90s. And they just for whatever reason they're still able to pull this show off. And I've asked them, I'm like, how do you still come up with like fresh ideas every day. Like that's what gets me. And everyone just thinks that's just the natural way that people can be when they're on the radio. And it's really not. It's like you have to like pick your topics, when you're going to do them, what's the best time to do this, what's the best time to do that. Are we going to get in trouble? If so, let's do it towards the end of the show. Kind of how radio works in a way. Um, Not much different than coming on here. But so they're on YouTube. I should, here, I'm going to put it in if you guys are interested. I'm always in there. True Helper's always in there too. Um, I'll just put it in. All right. Where's the where's the freaking page? There it is. All right. Okay. Share. Copy. Like honestly, if you guys are bored in the morning, like sometimes they the best thing is not only that, even you can go back and look at all their stuff from before. Oh, you know, my dog isn't feeling too good right now. I can hear her stomach. And I don't. She didn't get into anything because she's been with me, but sometimes her stomach just gets upset. But I'm gonna put this in. Um, Here we go. Oh, I'm down to one person. All right, cool. Here we go. Um, I can do that, right? Yep, there you go. Considering the one person I'm talking to, there you go. Um, Very funny in the morning. They're just a lot of fun. So this morning they started talking about uh, things, you know, when you regret making plans with other people, and okay, yeah, and they were saying that how everybody goes, oh, let's get together. When you see somebody, let's get together, and it never happens, never ever happens. And not for me. I When I normally say let's get together, I normally absolutely mean it. But just like anything else, I get sick and tired. So I want to share this. This was the it's a comedy routine by John Papa, basically talking about, hey girl with diamond ring. Oh, thank you. See this little ladder thing coming down? That's like a new thing that I put in this year. It's like all these little Santas like trying to climb up the tree. I love it. I thought it was so cute. I thought it was clever. We have like a little nail at the top, so I like put the top of it so it looks like I'm climbing to the tree. Hey, thank you so much. We put a lot of effort and time into that. Yeah, I mean, we love decorating for Christmas. And honestly, I can turn it this way for you. Don't mind. So we have the chair rail here. Now, if we go over here, this is my husband's thing. He does this. Now, inside there, you can't really see. Right. No, that way. There we go. And like we have the little manger in the front of the fireplace. I have the candles in the fireplace. We're not using the fireplace right now. Makes our house actually colder. So, and then if we go up, we have the mirrors and the nutcrackers, and then we had pictures on the side of the wall. So what I did with those was I wrapped them like gifts and put them around. That I got from my aunt and my mom. Make sure I didn't. Okay, my aunt and my mom taught me that one, where you can just wrap your pictures and boom, instant decoration. Instant. So, oh,
You made a little plan for yourself. And you stuck with it. You didn't cancel. I know you wanted to cancel. I know it. I know. Know it. I almost did too.
So annoying. Let me see if I can hear it with this one. I don't see why that would make any difference whatsoever. Let me see.
You made a little plan for yourself. And you stuck with it. You didn't cancel. I know you wanted to cancel. I know it. I know it. I almost did too. Texting each other, we still gonna go to the thing? Yeah, don't you want to go? No, I do. I'm just seeing if there's any weakness on your part. I will tear this night down. Be home with my pants off all night. It's all you want. You just want to be home with your pants off. Oh, it's the best feeling in the world. And you only get it if you cancel. Oh, there's no better feeling in the world than canceling. Oh, it's the best. Just going from I have to do something to I'm not doing anything. Oh, what a dream. Canceling dinner plans with another couple? Oh, heaven. You think we can cancel on him? Yes. I don't have to listen to him talk or watch her chew? Yes. Oh, canceling the gym? Oh, that one's sweet. You don't even have to call anyone. Just do it in your head. Not going. Done.
Yeah, that's funny. That is I first heard that routine today, and it was funny. It was really, really funny. And I heard that, and I'm like, that is the truth. Like for me, especially with chronic pain, like I keep seeing the word spoonies, right? What the hell's a spoonie? So apparently, when it comes to chronic pain, there is this woman who described it as like with a bunch of spoons. And when she wakes up in the morning, she has all her spoons, but she only has 5 spoons of energy that she can exuberate before she is just like completely done. So um, I thought that was a good analogy because I get that because if I do a certain amount of stuff during the day, I can't do anything at night. So if we have like say plans to go out somewhere or do something or go to a party or anything like that, which is going to happen very soon with Christmas right around the corner, um, it's it's hard. Like, and my husband will always be like, "All right, you know, it's
say 1 o'clock in the afternoon and we're going someplace at like 6 or 7, he's like, go lay down, do what you got to do so we can make it. Because there's times like I've been like, I can't make it. And I'm not, that is not me. My husband would love if I canceled every single plan I ever had. Like, he's such a homebody. I'm not a homebody. I like going out. I like doing things. Like, for instance, today I'm going to probably go to At Home, which is one of those stores, kind of like a big ass, I don't know, everything's like decor. It's like a Bed Bath and Beyond. There's like a ton of things that they wrap into At Home. But, oh, hey, it's my new mug. Newer, I should say. And there's the last fuck I gave. Yep. Thank you, Kimberly. Yeah, I was just saying the ladder's new. I just bought that this year. And, you know, we love this plaid theme. Like, I love the plaid theme. Everything's plaid in my house now because of Christmas and stuff. Pardon me for swallowing in your ear. That just was really loud. I could hear it my own self. I'm like, oops, sorry. But yeah, my life has been, well, my kids, everybody was sick. My husband was sick. I was sick. My daughter was sick. The only one who didn't get sick was my oldest daughter. And that was right before her play, which was a couple weeks ago. And like, that was my only focus, was making sure she stayed healthy. If she came into the house, she went directly to her room. Her food got delivered to her room by either me or her father. She was not allowed to come out unless she had to go to the bathroom, because I was that worried. I said, look, I'm doing this to make sure your play gets off and you do not get sick. My oldest has type 1 diabetes. Can't play around with that. And if she starts like puking and throwing up, forget it. It doesn't work out too well. Especially with the type 1. Like, I'm terrified if she gets real sick, because that will immediately put us in the hospital. Because I don't know if someone is that sick with type 1, I don't know how to handle that. And they've always said, call us, let us know when she, has a fever and is vomiting more than once or twice or whatever. So for her, thank God I haven't had that issue. I'm a puker, as everybody knows. My youngest can puke like the best of them as well. My husband's not the puker either. So I'm hoping my daughter follows in my husband's shoes when it comes to the puking part. Yeah, just really not that much going on. And also, a lot of things that I cover, Amber Heard. My son is type 1 since 12 years old. Understand completely. My daughter is 14 now and was diagnosed at 11. And it was not even a month before her birthday. So same, it was like around 12. Right before, yeah, she was in 6th grade at the time when she got it, and her birthday was the next month. I was an insane, crazy mama for probably a good 2 months, because I wasn't used to the diet. I wasn't used to counting carbs or calories or things like that. I wasn't used to it. Well, I've always done it for myself per se, but for her, no, I've never had to worry. And when you have to worry about the carbs going in, I mean, honest to God, I don't know how long it's been with you, girl with a diamond ring. But for me, I'm much more lax about it. My daughter's getting older. She's 14. Not only is she completely responsible when it comes to her type 1 diabetes, she's very responsible, and to the point where she hates the sensor. She absolutely does. That reminds me, I gotta call Chuck. She hates the sensor, but we've been pretty good, as well as my in-laws have been really, really good about figuring out what the carbs would be in just about everything. So we've been really good, and we follow everything. If something doesn't come with nutrition labels, we don't buy it. She wanted to go to this. It's a restaurant outside. It's called Captain Hall's. It's a drive-in kind of deal. Oh, your son is 21 now. I have twins. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, no, she's only 14. My oldest is only 14. So yeah, she does really good with it. She does really good. But if she, like I said, if she gets sick, I'm terrified. I'm absolutely terrified. And I'm honestly, she's a freshman in high school, and I'm already thinking about her going away to college. And I'm like, I'm not comfortable with that at all. I know it's like I still have a lot of time, but it's not that much time. It's, kids grow up so fast. They grow up so fast to the point it's insane. But all that, at least she's got that down and pat, and we always check to make sure what her blood is, if she's too high, if she's not too high, but she's really good. We're in a good place at the moment, and as you know, as time changes, like your blood level changes and your blood sugar ranges change, and it's time consuming and it's a lot of effort, but once you start doing the effort and doing everything, it gets a little bit easier. Definitely gets easier. Today I'm just planning on running to the store. I have to get my friend a Hanukkah gift, so I'm going to go get her a Hanukkah gift, and I want to put some things in my garden outside for Christmas. So I'm going to go to At Home. They got little things that you could put in there, and I think they're only like $3.99. So yeah, that's a good price for me. Good price, like $3.99 compared to like $15.99. Yeah, so for me, I have surgery coming up on the 22nd. And hey, Nika, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I don't have a lot of people here. That's fine. I mean, I'm kind of used to that. I like to keep it very personal. I don't ever plan on monetizing. It's just not something I want to do. And the reason for that is I don't really cover like stories or things that I feel is worth money. I just don't. I'm kind of somebody who's all over the book or all over the place when it comes to talking about what I want to talk about. I'm not really a true crime person. I love true crime. I mean, and anybody knows me knows that I'm in all true crime stuff. But I don't like reporting on it. You have, like I said, you have someone that who kind of was a victim or had a family who were victims in some kind of horrible case scenario. I've talked about it before. I'm not going to bring it up again, just because I don't want to bring up that case at all. But her son, unfortunately was taken in the most horrific way possible. Like, I don't know how she sleeps, knowing what she knows on how her son was killed. Like, to me, I wouldn't feel comfortable. So I always put myself back in that scenario again, where, yeah, there's a lot of people who put a spotlight on something and it's very, very good and it needs to be covered. And a lot of people who cover stories actually are better than the people who are being paid, which is true in my opinion. I've seen it happen a lot, compared to like some of the authorities that are out there. Not that I'm shitting on the authorities by no means, but I don't know. For me, it's just not for me. That's good. I like to cover my chronic health because there's so many people who are on YouTube, who are disabled, who are homesick, who have COVID, who just need an escape from the inside of their house. So they come on here because there's nobody else. When it comes to your health issues, need advice in the hospital. Okay. Okay. Well, you got to look at it this way. And I understand the anxiety that comes with being in the hospital and laying there and not being able to do, or sometimes they'll lock you in your bed so you don't get up, depending on what kind of medicine they have you on. And you can't even get up to go to the bathroom without an alarm going off. I get anxiety all the time about being in the hospital. I have anxiety now that something's going to happen and I'm going to end up in the hospital. Why? Because I don't trust doctors, especially doctors that just work in the hospital, like those third-party kind of doctors. Yeah. Don't trust them at all. Don't trust them to take care of me. They don't know me. Even doctors who know me, I still don't even fully trust them. But if you know what you have, and that's what I'm saying, and you need help, and you know that you have to be there. And say, for me, every time I've been there, I knew I couldn't go home because I couldn't eat. And they had to do something to send me home. Yeah, I don't either. No, I'm not going to sit here and tell you to trust I trust the nurses more than I trust the doctors. Completely, especially in the hospital. The nurses know more about you than the doctors do. And when the nurse at least can get on your side to see what's going on, to call the doctor and be like, yo, look, because for me, if I've been in pain or something, I hate even telling them I'm in pain, because if you tell them you're in pain, then they're going to start accusing you of this, that, and the other thing this is my experience. This is what the shit that I go through because it's chronic. And going through the whole ER process, there's nothing worse in the world than that. In my opinion, I'll do anything else. Like, oh my God, put me out, like, or whatever. But going through the whole ER process and doing that stuff. Hey, little E Studios, good to see you. I haven't seen you in forever. Good to see you. Let them know about your anxiety, number one. That can be helped. And I understand you may not want some of that medication just because it can be very addicting very quickly. But you're in a state where you can't do anything about any of that. So unfortunately, you are at the mercy of them. You moved to Germany? Wow. That's amazing. Congratulations. That's awesome. I wish I was in Germany. I don't want to be in America right now. America's not a great place right now. It's just not. Let's be honest, people. America at the moment kind of sucks. No, I hate the ER. Absolutely. Like that whole process of going through the ER and then getting admitted, and then the hospital I used to go to, I won't go there ever again. And I'm telling you, I am going to do a whole thing about it, because people who have chronic pain and have to, they go to the hospital often. And then what happens is, because you're there often, it's a stigma. You're being stigmatized. And legitimately, I'm like on that edge right now of where I know I probably have to go to the hospital soon. I'm seriously just trying to hold out till the 22nd of December. I just don't think I'm going to make it, to be very honest. I don't think I'm going to make it to the 22nd. I called my doctor on Friday. Oh, they're out. The whole gastro doctors are out on Black Friday in a hospital? Yeah. Man, so glad I'm not a patient in there during Thanksgiving and Black Friday. I wouldn't see a gastro doctor. Well, you probably would. There's someone who's probably backed up to see the people who are in the hospital, but I had a serious thing going on. I still have a serious thing going on. I just choose not to address it because I haven't really been addressing a lot of my issues because I don't want to go to the hospital. I'm moving. I'm not passing out. I don't feel like I'm dying. I feel pain when I eat all the time. And then what happens is I don't think Barnyard is still here, Nika. I know she's going through a lot right now. She really, really is. And she's a really good woman. She really is. Love her. Love her, love her. And yeah, it's what she's going through, especially breaking your leg 3 different places. Oh my God. Barnyard. Oh, that's rough. It's rough. So yeah, no, she's got to go through it. But I can't eat. I can't eat. And if I do eat, I get pain. And sitting here and legitimately none of my clothes fit me. Nothing fits. Everything is absolutely so big on me. So I picked up my pair of, I guess these were my favorite stretch jeans. And I guess I haven't put them on in a while. I guess since spring. And they don't fit anymore. And as I walk, they just kind of go, and I'm like yanking them up. So my doctor's just like, you can't keep losing weight. Okay. What am I supposed to do? It's not like I'm skin and bones. Okay. I definitely started out chubby with all of this. Nika, yes and no. And here's the reason why. Sometimes the edibles itself can cause me pain because it's food. Now, I went to my dispensary and they have some extract, right? Comes in a vial. It's about that big. But literally, you probably get about that much of it, right? She said, I think there's maybe 5 mLs in that if I'm lucky. I don't even think there's 5 mLs. But you put that on stuff, or you can even just put it in your mouth. And when I used it for the first time was the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Stupid. I think I know everything about marijuana sometimes, and I know nothing. No. So she says, she told me how this stuff works. And she said, I have really bad digestive issues. So sometimes edibles don't work on me. Same here. Like I have that issue as well when it comes to edibles. I was making and baking edibles all day yesterday because I have somebody else who would like the edibles. And let me tell you, like these edibles, if they were to be sold per cookie, easy $10. Easy for what it's worth and what I have. Oh yeah. And see, girl with a diamond ring, as long as I got marijuana at home, I'm good. Like that's the reason why I'm not going in there, because they're going to fight me on my pain medication. And that's legitimately half the problem of my body and of everything that's going wrong. Everything. So if I go to the hospital and I'm telling them I'm in pain, they just look at me, even though every hospital knows I have multiple diseases, they still, no matter what, because I have pain, because I go to the hospital, the pain doesn't fucking stop. Actually, it gets worse. It gets way worse because you can't even move because they keep you locked up in a fucking bed. All right, now I'm getting irritated because this is how I feel about hospitals, and hospitals irritate me beyond belief. This is why I hate going down, because My gastro doctor is down at Temple University Hospital. Temple University Hospital is in North Philly. Don't know if anybody is familiar with North Philly, or if you've ever heard the name Kensington in Philadelphia. Terrifying. People are being shot down in that area every day. Every day. My husband's like, and this is where I'm taking you. Mind you, for the first time, I'm with you, girl. I hate them too. I hate them. To me, it's like a prison. All right, so you have a phone, okay? You probably have a TV. And you're laying in a mattress bed. Mind you, the bed that you're probably laying on is plastic. Just saying. That's not comfortable. That doesn't get comfortable. That doesn't stay comfortable. Especially if you have spinal issues and back issues and things like that. When I had COVID and they moved me out of the room that I had down in Temple, they put me in the COVID section of the hospital, which was the hospital across the street. So you have to go over like this bridge and then you get into this place. I walked in, or I didn't walk in. They rolled me in. And I'm looking around like, what the fuck? I was like, this is awful. Nothing. It was nothing but bare walls, plastic in between everything, just draping from every door. Nothing. It was just, I could only assume. Hey, Drew's Property Management, welcome. I hope, we're kind of talking about chronic pain, and that's a big part of my channel. And I do like to have fun, and I cover some entertainment stuff as well. Haven't done much of the entertainment stuff because it's kind of been like, not much going on. Although I'm sorry, Seth Rogen said something really stupid the other day. I mean, super stupid, but I'm not even going to get into that. Basically, if you live in a city, expect your shit to get stolen. Really? No. That's not what you should expect. Just saying. But back to like the whole hospital thing. I know if I feel bad and I'm sick, if I go to the hospitals around here, they can't do shit for me because they don't know how to treat me. They just fucking kick me out because they don't know what to do with me. So I got to go down to Temple. And then I got to go through all of the bullshit you have to go through, I guess, with being in a neighborhood like that. Because if you look up opioid capital of the United States, you'll find it. It's called Kensington in Philadelphia, part of Philadelphia area. And go to the ER now. I've been in the ER so many times between now and the beginning of 2020. It's not even funny. It's just because of my gastroparesis. I've something called gastroparesis where I can't keep food down. And even just sitting here, I'm in so much pain in my stomach. That's kind of why you see me kind of curled up to a side, because the pain is here. And I didn't even eat anything today. I ate nothing and I have pain. And all I want to do is go out and go shop for some more Christmas shit for my outside. I've been suffering with this. I've been suffering it silently. There are days that are easier than others. There are days that are not so easy. There are days where I just look at food and go, it's not worth it. It's not worth the pain. And then there's days I'm freaking ravishing hungry, unbelievably. And then I start to eat, but I know I got to stop at about that much food. If I don't stop, the pain becomes unbelievably painful. No, unfortunately, Drews, they cannot fix me. Gastroparesis is not something that can be fixed. They did place a stimulator. They did place a stimulator on my stomach, which was in the spring of this year. It has helped get liquid down for me. So I can have coffee, but I've drank this much of my coffee because I'm already getting pain. You look amazing. Thank you. No, actually, I literally put a brush through my hair. That's it. I put a little eyeshadow and just like a normal face, because if I came on here, these here, you can see it. You can already see it. When I do this, look at the purple. Look at this, y'all. Like, this is me, right? So what do I have to do is I literally beat the shit with like makeup on my face, because if not, there's so like, it looks like someone hit me all the time. And I've just learned to be able to cover it really well. So everyone's like, "Oh, you look amazing." It's under makeup, but it's all good. Thank you. Like, I'll take that any day. I'll take it any day. Because I don't want to look sick. And when you're chronically sick like this, like there's nothing that says you're sick. I have a friend who has the same exact disease. She's so sick. And I look at her and I pray to God that's not how my life ends up. And I love her. I love her. And I see how much she's suffering. And it breaks my heart. And I'm not the person here who's been through this bullshit that's going to say, keep fighting. There's more to life than that. Oh, thank you, Kimberly. I'm not going to be that person. And I said that to her. I know how bad this sucks. I'm not going to tell you to keep going when I don't want to keep going sometimes myself. So at least the two of us keep each other somewhat sane. We both see the same doctor. I believe my doctor gave up on her. I really do. He keeps performing this. Well, it's going to be the same exact thing that I get on December the 22nd. She's done this 17 times. 17 times. She has a stomach stimulator, like me. Food just won't digest at all for her. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to hate food. I do. I love it and I hate it. It's a bad relationship. Never thought I'd be this person. Never thought I'd be sick and losing weight and being fearful. Oh my God, I've been trying to lose weight my whole freaking life. I've always been a little bit above the poundage of where I should be. Slightly over. It wasn't something that was ever extreme to the point, but never something that I ever wanted. And when all of this bullshit started, that was August of 2020. And I was at my friend's house. I remember instantly of when I realized what the hell is going on. Why is this not going down? And I was drinking something, and we were like in the pool, and I'm thinking, oh God, it must be because I'm in the pool and I'm swimming that the food isn't going down. So I knew at this point I had gastroparesis. I just didn't, it never showed itself to me in a certain way. So when it started, it was more like, imagine drinking a soda, okay? I was drinking a cider, a hard cider. And I could still feel the bubbles in my throat, which was gross. And And this was from like maybe 15, 20 minutes after I was done drinking, that it was coming back up again. And it would go down and it would come back up, and it would go down and it would come back up. And I wound up throwing up. And it still kept doing it. And I'm like, and that was before I had the stimulator and everything else, and realized how bad this really was. I didn't realize it for a really, really long time. I didn't realize it. And I thought ankylosing spondylitis was the worst thing I could have. I really did. I thought it was at the absolute, I'm like, my back is so heavy, it's only going to get worse as I get older. And I'm bitching to myself in my head because I don't like to bitch to anybody else about my chronic issues at all. I'll bitch to my husband every now and then. I don't bitch to my kids. I'll bitch at my kids when they leave their sink for me to clean and I don't eat. Yeah, that's where I get pissed off. That is where, when they eat and they leave their shit, and I'm not talking, they just the kids, and including my husband, they leave their stuff in the sink and they all go to work. You're leaving for me to clean it. You want me to clean your food stuff and I can't eat. Really? And for me, that's just annoying. And I don't expect them to understand it. I really don't. And the reason why is you will never understand what somebody is going through unless you are going through it yourself. You can be there and see what someone's going through and understand, and they're trying to explain to you what they're going through. But at the same time, there's no way somebody can understand what you are going through unless you are put in those shoes yourself. And why do I say that? I say that because my sister had ankylosing before I did. I didn't know what it meant, even reading the diagnosis and how it affects the body. You don't know what the pain is like until you get the pain. You don't understand how long the pain is bad until you get the pain. Same now with eating. My husband always can tell when I'm having a really bad day because I don't go for the kitchen at all. At all. He's like, you got to eat. I'm like, no, I don't want to eat. I'm like, why am I going to eat? To know I'm already going to have issues because I'm just taking a couple sips of something and I'm having issues with water. So what am I supposed to do now? That's where I am. I'm stuck in this limbo of not knowing. I didn't think I was going to get this deep. I had no idea. I don't talk a lot about it. I'm kind of more positive about it. But to be honest, I'm not positive about it at all. I'm not going to cry. I want to. I don't want this life. I would have never picked this. I never expected my life to be like this. It was the raw deal. I was hit. I didn't have bad luck. I would have no luck at all. That I have to have surgery like 2 days before Christmas. I could end up in the hospital for like a couple days. And that's a real possibility. It's an absolutely real possibility for me. Even though they say it's always inside, they always run into complications. It's like, so I'm not always brave. I don't always have a smile. Go at the diamond ring. I don't. Obviously. As I said, I wasn't going to cry. You can say that, but I want to be working. I want a job. a real job, making money in a career back in radio or something like that I was in, that I loved. I don't get that. And I'm not saying, woe is me. Well, maybe I am, because I want to work. My friend just got a job. It's retail. And she's doing it just so she can make some extra money so she can buy the stuff that she loves in the store. I wish I could do that. I can't. Everything that goes in my body, or what happens with my body, I'm unreliable. Here, I'm not unreliable. But from the head down, is completely unreliable, and unreliable to me. I'm just sick of this shit, man. And I get it, girl with the diamond ring. I'm so sorry that you're in the hospital. And I don't know, maybe just sitting here talking, going through the whole ER shit just puts me in that mood, that unbelievably horrible mood, because I know I'm literally right there. I'm at that moment where it's teeter-tottering on what I should do. I'm just sorry. Sometimes it's just really hard being in this body. That's the truth. This is just a fucking shell. This isn't who I am. You know what I mean? This body is only a freaking shell. I wish I didn't have to live in this shell. But at the same time, I've learned a lot of life lessons. Being this sick, having these issues. A lot of people always see me with a smile, and normally that's how I am all the time. For the most part, yeah. I can't be done about this all the time. Jesus Christ. I would be a miserable human being. For a while there, I think I was. But that we're going back to my 30s, because I was not diagnosed with a lot of stuff. I wasn't diagnosed with a lot of stuff. I'm glad I didn't put mascara on this morning, because I'm like, I did not expect to cry. But unfortunately, that's how it is when you have chronic issues. You may break down in your car. That's normally my MO, is crying in my car. So I'm not crying. I'm not crying to my husband. I'm not crying to my kids. No, not really. Girl, you only catch me on here. Put me behind the wheel of the car. I am like a vicious, mean bitch. I am like the worst. I get road rage so bad. I'm just like, I got to stop. I've learned to stop giving people the fingers. But when I told this story the other day that I stopped giving people the finger, I was on my way to go to the dispensary. I think it was Wednesday before Thanksgiving. I'm driving over to the dispensary, and the guy fucking cuts me off. I lay on the horn because he's a fucking idiot. What does he do in the middle of a fucking highway? He hits on his brakes, hoping that I hit him. No. See, I wanted to get the fuck out of my car and punch him right in the throat. That's what I wanted to do. Hi, Mr. Positive. He's probably like, what the hell happened to her? And see, so yeah, no, I definitely lose my shit a lot. Especially when I see my kids like, please don't do this. Please don't do this. Please don't do this. After like maybe 25 times to say, please don't do this. It still gets done. You're like, oh, I'm going to kill you. Like, what's the problem? Why can't you do this? So yeah, no, and that's the funny thing. And I keep telling everybody this because everyone's like, you're so sweet and nice and calm. And not all, no. I'm like, I'm really not that person. Am I a nice, kind person? Absolutely. Until somebody else does something to me and then I flip out. It's not the best way to be. I flip out a lot of times just in my house where I get mad and I scream a lot because I can't keep running up and down steps because of my back. So I have to use my voice because I can't run up and down steps. I do call them on their phone sometimes. They're like, why are you calling me? Because I can't make it upstairs. So please come down, empty the dishwasher, and take the garbage out, please. I asked you 3 hours ago. That's what I go through. And I got great kids for the most part. I really do. And, just it's the mom nagging. I never wanted to be a nag. I'm a nag. But if I didn't nag, things wouldn't get done. I don't like to nag. Nagging is not what I like to do. I'm used to you, silly. Oh, good. See, he knows. He knows I'm not always this happy, joyous person all the time. On YouTube, there's no. I don't see a reason not to be. I really don't. Like, I just don't play the games of the YouTube drama crap and stuff like that. I just don't play into them. I just don't. Anybody who knows me, especially when it comes to having like a chronic pain vlog, and also just being a vlog of a person who can't work anymore, who would love to work, and just looking to talk to people because let's face it, I'm a person who likes to talk. And when you have people who are never here, you got to find people to talk to or you're going to go insane. So thankfully, I've learned to go to the movies by myself. I've learned to go to the restaurant by myself and enjoy being by myself. And you know what? I have. And that is, I would have never been okay with going someplace by myself for the longest time. I prefer it now. Almost, not really, but I prefer to talk to somebody. But I'm always looking at YouTube to see who's live, to see what they're talking about, to see if it's something I'm interested in. Or there's a lot of times like, oh, there's this duo that I found. And I think I talked about them before. They are so funny. Their name is Abba, A-B-A, and Preach. Oh my God, they are hilarious with everything. See, that's the stuff that I like to watch. Things that are going to make me laugh. They make me laugh. And that's all I'm looking for with when it comes to YouTube and other things. I want to smile. I don't want to fight with people that I don't know. I'm never going to meet. I don't care about that crap. If someone came in and go, I don't believe you. You're sick. I don't believe you at all. You, this, that. I'm like, okay. Troll. I'm learning a lot. I've learned a lot since being on YouTube. I learned a lot. And I'm glad because it woke me up to a lot of things that I was not aware of. And you wouldn't be aware of it if you were on this platform a lot. So being on this platform, I've learned, that our news media is nuts. If they go around doxing jurors who was in the car Rittenhouse, like they don't tell you that shit on TV because that makes them look bad. Just in my opinion. Oh, hello, Mr. Shadownight. Oh, you come under a different name today. There was some woman foot in the stairs shouting her head. He likes to find out everything. Good to see you, Mr. Shadownight. Always, always happy to see you. You're funny. You make me smile. Very witty. Very, very witty. But yeah, with that being said, I'm going to try to keep myself one day more out of the hospital. Like, legitimately, that's my fight every day. Don't go. Don't go. Don't go. Don't go. It just keeps going over in my head and head. They're not going to help you if you go. You're going to be pissed that you went if you go, because they won't give you the proper pain medication that you need to keep going. That's why I don't want to leave my marijuana, because they won't let me have it there. So that's the dilemma. It's a huge dilemma. And it shouldn't be. And I get it. I get it when it comes to like narcotics and stuff, why doctors are so freaked out about it. So if they administer something to somebody, they don't want to see this person get addicted to something. And it is very easy for someone who has kicked narcotics out of my life, I'm not going to say easily, but legitimately introduced marijuana, which was nothing I ever smoked, like not even in my 20s. Like, I tried it and stuff. I never enjoyed it because it always made me want to eat. So I preferred drinking. And I'm thinking to myself, you probably would eat less calories than you would be if you were drinking them. I didn't think that far ahead back then. I didn't. I still enjoy drinking. I can still have, if I want to have something, I can have a martini. That seems to go down pretty easy. Don't ask me why. I don't know why. Martini seems to go down pretty easy. I can't have anything really fizzy. So no more mimosas. I can't have any other cider besides Downey East cider. And why? Because it's an unfiltered cider. Very weird. And for whatever reason, that unless I'm having a bad day, and I will know that before I start drinking it, then I could have the issue of it coming up. It depends. Like, today is not a good day. Obviously, I don't know if you noticed. Today is not a good day for me at all. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be not in the center of the screen. I'm just kind of leaning to where the pain is, and I'm just trying to talk through it. Maybe if I just keep talking, I just won't end up in the hospital. So, that's my goal every fucking day, because of the way that I eat. And my doctor has put me on like these multivitamins. They don't stay down. I don't know why, but if I take it, it's like a horse pill, and it like does not do good things in my stomach. And I throw it up, and I'm like, it's gross. Not a really good way you want to start your day. I tried taking them in the evening, same freaking thing. Like, forget it. So I called my doctor. When I did call my doctor, who's my gastroparesis doctor, and he's supposed to be the world's best. He's good. I would not call him America's best. He might be Philadelphia's best. But they say globally, he's one of the best. I do find that hard to believe. I really do, especially with everything that my friend's going through. Unfortunately, there's no answers for her, and it breaks my heart for her that there's no answers. There is no answers. There's no answers for my ankylosing. There's no answers for anything that I'm going through. And you know what's funny? I'll go that, like, if I'm in the hospital, or say I'm getting some kind of procedure done, I will legitimately completely forget like 2 or 3 diseases that I have. So you have enough? And they'll be like, oh, well, don't you have this? Oh, shit. Yeah. Forgot about that one. Sorry. It happens all the time. It happens all the time. It's just, you know, it's hard. It's hard. That's why I do this. Look at it. It was like therapy for me. I had to cry, and now I'm better. I used to say, I swear I will never cry on YouTube. I think I've done it twice now. Stupid. But I will be honest, I do feel a little bit better. Like I don't feel as stressed about it. Sometimes it's what you need. But yeah, when you're constantly on the teeter-tottering part of going to the hospital and that's where I've been. Even being sick, like my husband was like, we're going. Like, no, we're not. We're not going to the hospital. I'm going. He always wants to send me to he thinks like, oh, she's sick. We gotta go. No, I'm not that person. I'm not going anymore. Like when something feels wrong and feels bad, like I'm going to wait it out until maybe I can see if it gets better. Not really necessarily the way to go. But come on, anybody here who's girl with the diamond ring, she knows. Sometimes these doctors walk out, these nurses walk out, and you don't see them for a long time. You're sitting in the room, either A, by yourself, which is a blessing, or B, with a roommate. And see, if I have to go down to Temple, I'm with a roommate. I'm like, no, no, thank you. No, thank you. And what doesn't bother me, but my friends are like, and you're okay with this? I'm like, I'm not afraid. Why would I be afraid? This hospital will take in prisoners, and they still have to wear their prison clothes in the hospital. And if they're in the hospital, police officers have to guard the room. Seen it happen. Like there was a guy who was, he was very nice. Like he was very nice. I'm like, I don't know what he did, but he had 2 guys and he was handcuffed to them on each side. And I'm going in for an MRI and he was going in for an MRI. And I'm like, oh my God. My friend's like, you're okay with this? Even if I wasn't, what am I going to do? I'm like, it's not like he's going to do anything to me. That doesn't bother me at all. I don't know, maybe growing up in the city, it just doesn't bother me. But, going down there is always, always interesting. Never a dull moment in that hospital. Oh my God. It sucks, but it's never a dull moment. And if you are can't be in the room with a non-prisoner, right? No, I don't believe they can actually put a prisoner in the same room and have a room with somebody. No, I don't think they can. Good way to get your own room though. It's like, it is a good way to get your own room. Not really. Don't want to be in prison. Don't want to go from one prison to the other prison. Just saying. Because that's how I look at it. That's how I view hospitals, as another freaking. And you don't have bars per se. And yeah, you have a TV. So do the prisoners. Not in necessarily the room. And they have their phone. Okay. If you're in there, I live and eat and breathe by my phone when I'm in the hospital. Why? Because I never turn the TV on. I don't turn the TV on here anymore. I never turn the TV on. Oh, really? No, that's just New Jersey hospitals. Now, Temple's in Philly. And it's in North Philly, which is the heroin capital of the world. Not kidding. Not kidding. Look it up. Kensington, Philadelphia. You'll find out all about it. And normally I have to take a lift down there, and I got to call them anyway because they said I had an appointment on Friday. And as far as I know, I don't, because we have this surgical procedure scheduled. So I got to figure out what the hell's going on with that. But yeah, I mean, let's face it. I mean, for the most of us here who are disabled, who are at home, who have chronic illness and pain, fibromyalgia, whatever it is that holds you back, we all have something. A lot of us do. And I think we all need to support each other, you know, and I see nothing but support in here. And I appreciate that unbelievably. You have no idea. I appreciate, I have 11 of you here. I never even have 11 people in here, but that's okay. I'm cool with that. Like it's all good because I do this for my enjoyment only. I don't do it for the numbers. I don't do it for the views. I do it for my sanity because I'm alone all day. I got my dog. She's here with me. But I got to walk her at 3 o'clock. But she's asleep. She didn't hear me say the W word. Yeah, I live on my phone when I'm in the hospital. And it's funny because I think the last time I was in there, they're like, you never turn your TV on. No, I don't. No reason to. And normally it's because I don't know. I'm just not into like TV anymore. Never thought that would happen, but yeah. Oh, wow. I've been going now for almost an hour. Well, it's been an hour and 12 minutes. That's long for me. Holy cow. And I don't want to, hopefully, Carla normally goes live, but I didn't see her put up anything. And I don't know if she might be still sleeping or something. Let me see. Because I know Carla goes live. You know, Carla goes live almost every day. Carla. I just don't want to. Hey, everybody, go over to Carla's. Carla's live. I didn't realize Carla was live. Probably. So I'm going to go over and say hi, and then I got to run out and do my stuff. So you want to do it, go over to Carla and Friends. See? Beep. Happy hump day. So I'm going to go over and say hello. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I appreciate it. Let's just, I want to make this a channel where we can be supportive of people who actually go through a lot of shit, And I look forward to talking with you guys again. I appreciate you guys like you have no idea. Girl with a diamond ring, my heart goes out to you, sweetheart. I hope you feel better. I hope you get out very soon because that's just no place to be at all. And Barnyard, I know she's not here anymore. Love you, sweetheart, and I'm praying for you as well. It's crazy. It sounds like everybody's either having surgeries or sick or problems or issues. It's Christmas, and it seems like everybody's got problems. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys unbelievably. Thank you so much. I will be back sometime this week. Yeah. Bye.